question is 26. A software development company has multiple developers who work in the same product. Each developer must have a their own development environment, and these development environments must be identical. Each development environment consists of Amazon EC2 instances and an Amazon RDS Deep instance. The development environments should be created only when necessary, and they must be terminated each night to minimize costs. What is the most operationally efficient solution that meets these requirements? A. Provide developers with access to the same AWS CloudFormation template so that they can provision their development environment when necessary. Schedule a nightly cron job on each development instance to stop all running processes to reduce CPU utilization to nearly zero. B. Provide developers with access to the same AWS CloudFormation template so that they can provision their development environment when necessary. Schedule a nightly Amazon Event Bridge, Amazon CloudWatch events, rule to invoke an AWS Lambda function to delete the AWS CloudFormation stacks. B. Provide developers with CLI commands so that they can revision their own development environment when necessary. Schedule a nightly Amazon Event Bridge, Amazon CloudWatch events, rule to invoke an AWS Lambda function to terminate all EC2 instances and the Deep instance. B. Provide developers with CLI commands so that they can revision their own development environment when necessary. Schedule a nightly Amazon Event Bridge, Amazon CloudWatch events, rule to cause OS CloudFormation to delete loft development environment resources. Correct answer is B. Next question is 27. A company runs a stateless application that is hosted on an Amazon EC2 instance. Users are reporting performance issues. A SysOps administrator reviews the Amazon CloudWatch metrics for the application and notices that the instance CPU utilization frequently reaches 90% during business hours. What is the most operationally efficient solution that will improve the application's responsiveness? A. Configure CloudWatch logging on the EC2 instance. Configure a CloudWatch alarm for CPU utilization to alert the SysOps administrator when CPU utilization goes above 90%. B. Configure an AWS client VPN connection to allow the application users to connect directly to the EC2 instance private IP address to reduce latency. C. Create an auto-scaling group, and assign it to an application load balancer. Configure a target tracking scaling policy that is based on the average CPU utilization of the auto-scaling group. D. Create a CloudWatch alarm that activates when the EC2 instance's CPU utilization goes above 80%. Configure the alarm to invoke an AWS Lambda function that vertically scales the instance. Correct answer is C. Next question is 28. A company is testing Amazon Elasticsearch Service, Amazon ES, as a solution for analyzing system logs from a fleet of Amazon EC2 instances. During the test phase, the domain operates in a single node cluster. A SysOps administrator needs to transition the test domain into a highly available production-grade deployment. Which Amazon ES configuration should the SysOps administrator use to meet this requirement? A. Use a CLU cluster of 4 data nodes across 2 AWS regions. Deploy 4 dedicated master nodes in each region. B. Use a cluster of 6 data nodes across 3 availability zones. Use 3 dedicated master nodes. C. Use a CLU stir of 6 data nodes across 3 availability zones. Use 6 dedicated master nodes. D. Use a cluster of 8 data nodes across 2 availability zones. Deploy 4 master nodes in a failover AWS region. Correct answer is B. Next question is 29. A company recently acquired another corporation and all of that corporation's AWS accounts. A financial analyst needs the cost data from these accounts. A SysOps administrator uses Cost Explorer to generate cost and usage reports. The SysOps administrator notices that no-tag represents 20% of the monthly cost. What should the SysOps administrator do to tag the no-tag resources? A. Add the accounts to AWS organizations. Use a service control policy, SCP, to tag all tagged resources. B. Use an AWS config rule to find tagged resources. Set their mediation action to terminate the resources. C. Use Cost Explorer to find and tag all the untagged resources. D. Use Tick Editor to find and tick all the unticked resources. Correct answer is D.